Metal Gear Solid Delta is closing in fast, only about a month away. For a lot of people, this is the best Metal Gear game and one that we want to see Konami treat with respect. So far, it's looking like they might actually do it justice. Nothing's guaranteed, but they've shown off a lot of it and it looks good. So here are the actual details about what will be in the remake. The new remake takes over 100 gigabytes of space, which makes sense considering the visual updates. On the Steam page it says around 100, so don't expect way higher than that. It's now in full 4K resolution on PC and was made in Unreal Engine 5. Being on Unreal Engine 5 means new textures, lighting, updated cinematics. Basically everything that you can see has been touched by the changes in some way. There's even a new camera mode, a modern style over-the-shoulder, third-person perspective view, so you can see everything from a different angle. But they've also included Legacy mode, which keeps the viewpoint from the original Metal Gear Solid 3, so you can switch between the two. If you like one more than the other, you can use that. With the new visuals and camera, they've also updated the controls to fit in a bit more with the way modern control schemes work, so it should feel a bit more natural. The old control scheme is also included, so don't worry. If you're a purist, you'll have the option to choose whichever one feels better for you. They've gone even harder into the survival mechanics from what I've seen, some of which was already in the original. Stamina, hunger, injuries, treating injuries with splints, disinfecting wounds. The remake is going for immersion, and I'm interested to see whether they pull it off while still making sure it's a fun time. There are also new details added to the environment with secrets, but the gameplay and core story is mostly untouched. New story content is not confirmed, so you aren't going to have an entirely different experience in terms of the story. No sweeping changes there. They've talked about keeping the original vision of the game's narrative intact. It's also important to recognize that Kojima Productions is not involved. Most people that know the story of how things went won't be surprised by that. But this is a complete Konami internal development. We'll see whether that's a good thing or a bad thing when it actually comes out. They have added some new modes, and Snake vs. Monkey returns. It wasn't in the HD collection, but it is back here, so everyone that enjoyed finding the monkeys from Ape Escape will get that back in the game. Xbox Snake vs. Bomberman is a similar mode specifically for people playing the game through Xbox, so Xbox people, you'll get something there. They've also added Fox Hunt, which is an all-new online multiplayer mode set in the same world as the main story. From what Konami has said, this new mode makes use of stealth and survival elements to deliver hide-and-seek style back-and-forth gameplay, so that could be fun for people interested in multiplayer in Metal Gear. Secret Theater from Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence returns, so you'll find 8mm film canisters secretly carried by enemy soldiers, and it'll unlock humorous takes on certain scenes. You can find scenes from the original Secret Theater, as well as newly created videos, so that is something that is new there. Photo mode is also confirmed. They've posted videos on Twitter showing it in action. Considering how beautiful the game looks, I have a feeling we'll be getting a lot of posts and memes on Reddit showcasing that. There's been speculation on Konami adding additional content in the future, including a boss rush mode similar to the duel mode that was in Subsistence. The cynic in me says that something like that might be DLC. Hopefully not, but it is Konami, so rule nothing out. According to Konami, the remake introduces enhanced enemy AI, making guards more reactive and unpredictable, thereby increasing the game's stealth challenges. It's always a bit of a worry for me, or a potential win. It just really depends. Either the new AI is really good and improves the game, or it causes major problems, like being able to perfectly predict your movement and insta-kill you. I'll keep an open mind there and assume that this is going to be an improvement, but we'll have to see what the actual reality of that is. They've also confirmed that there will be more environmental interactivity, so that means there'll be more dynamic weather effects, more destructible elements, and things that add to the immersive experience. That's always something that I'll be happy about. This game in particular has a lot of potential for being super immersive, so Hopefully that makes it even better than it was before. The game also has customization options for Snake's gear. It sounds like they've added new options for that and expanded it more than it was in the past. The soundtrack has been remastered and new voice acting has been recorded, including returning original cast members plus some new talent. That means David Hayter does return as Snake, and they've confirmed that. They've talked about it. I'm pretty interested in hearing more about this because apparently they've recorded additional dialogue, so there's expanded story bits here and there through the character interactions. And yes, Snake Eater with Cynthia Harrell as the vocalist is still in the game, but it's been re-recorded with a new orchestral score, so we'll see how that goes. I think the overall feeling of this remake, just from everything that I've seen, is that they've gone the extra mile with it, trying to both appease old fans of the game and to make it feel new, fresh, and modern. I do have some worries, of course, as much as I love Konami, and I also have the pain of them letting me down over and over again over the years. So I can't say this will definitely be an easy win. It should be, but there's always the chance that they mess something up, and this becomes another notch in the Konami fan below the belt punch count. I think I'm going to stay optimistic though. The main thing to remember is don't pre-order. Wait to see what previews and reviews have to say, just to make sure there aren't glaring issues before you commit. That being said, there's very big potential with this one. It could be the catalyst for some really cool things, like maybe they go back and do the same thing to earlier games like Metal Gear Solid 2 or 1. Maybe they see that there's still huge demand for Metal Gear and they actually put some effort into giving it a real reboot with developers who are passionate about the series. But either way, watch this one because it could be something special. I'll probably do updates when the game comes out about how it actually turns out, so if you're interested in that, or if you want videos about JRPGs, Western RPGs, and story-based games, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.